Alright, we're here Rocky Mountain Raceweek 2.0, or Raceweek 2.0. We already had 2 people call us the day before Raceweek started, so we're starting on our first repair here, and this is the first official repair of Raceweek. And we've got some shock mounts for a gentleman's truck that he needed angled, so we went ahead and made a relief cut. We angled it out. We'll go ahead and get all this paint cleaned up, and then we're going to add some gussets on the sides. We're going to add some side plates here to stiffen it up. So yeah, let's get after it. Yeah, you guys check out this Driven Racing Oil brake cleaner. This stuff works amazing. We prep all our parts with it, and it also works good for brake parts and cleaning up oily surfaces. Check it out, good stuff. Figure out how I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna see if I can flash tag this.
Do you need me to hold it?
I'm gonna need to. If you can. Yeah, we're gonna need some wind block. Your foot was underneath my pedal or something. Should have fucking ground that down a little more. Try not to move the table. Repair number 2, Rocky Mountain Raceweek, or Raceweek 2.0. Repair number 2 of the day. Got a big badass intercooler here with some mounts that there wasn't much holding them. Just about 4 tacks and they broke. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get them a little more beefy. This thing. We are on day 1 still. This is the 3rd repair. So, gentleman had a boo-boo. This slides into the end of the transmission, and this is what your drive shaft connects to. He had a boo-boo and dinged it up, and now he's leaking fluid, transmission fluid, through the backside of this cap. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and attempt to weld it and seal that up for him so he's not dripping any transmission fluid and possibly getting in an accident or, you know, hurting himself. So we're gonna try to get it fixed up. We'll We got it cleaned up with our fancy brake clean, our driven motor oil brake clean. With our torch, we went ahead and heated it up with the bottle torch. We're just trying to cook any contaminants out of there before we weld it up. So. Problem's gonna be trying to get down. We'll see. We'll light up. So we don't know what alloy this is. This is a zinc coated steel cap. This is more than likely chromoly. So we're gonna go ahead and weld this up with a 309 stainless filler rod. 309 is good for welding dissimilar metals together. So we'll go ahead and run a 309 rod, see how it goes. So what I'm gonna do is, this is definitely zinc.
So this one, it's got a safety of the whole facility. Matt tells me that all the time. I said, where's your safety glasses? He said, I got my squid glasses on. Safety glasses. He just gonna weld it up. What's your name? Really? On the first plan? Hey, that's good.
Yeah, so you can see when you try to weld on zinc with TIG, and all that contamination just goes straight to your tungsten. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to trace around it and cook that zinc coating off of there. We'll clean it up with the wire brush and the brake clean again, and then pass over it. Pretty often we're doing all right. Yeah, you can see how bad that is. See that brake clean? Yeah, you can see that crap coming out of there still. So yeah, so with this particular project, this yoke is a lot thicker material than this cap is right here, right? So I went around it and got some heat into it to try to cook that zinc coating off that cap. Cleaned it back up with some brake clean and wire brush. I'm gonna change out my tungsten now. Like I said, I just traced around it to try to cook the zinc off, and all that nasty contamination is gonna come straight to your tungsten. So we're gonna change out our tungsten, and I'm gonna try to focus my heat at the thicker piece and then let my puddle wash into the cap. Yeah, we're running our EDGE Welding GL12 short or stubby pyrex cup. Number 12 offers us really good shielding for this piece, and we don't need a ton of stick out for this piece, but it's going to offer us plenty of shielding since we're running a stainless rod, and we're running our Everlast 255 EXT, which is perfect for what we do. It's light enough to pack around for mobile work, but it's heavy duty enough to run production stuff in the shop. All right, we're still on day one. We're gonna go ahead and weld up this mass air flange. So you can see there, throttle body mounts, but it's kind of a press fit deal, and it keeps falling off. The tube keeps pulling out, and this is where his mass airflow sensor mounts. So we just need to put a few stitches on here to prevent the thing from popping off of there. So it's aluminum, it looks like billet, so we're gonna run 53, 56 filler rod. We got it all cleaned up with our brake clean and a wire wheel. So let's get to it. We're gonna use our EDGE quartz number 6 cup. We're running 3/32, 2% lanthanated tungsten. Let's get after it. Look at this sexy beast over here. I'm just for this because there's some grime down in there that I can't get to. Shut your eyes, guys. I don't want everybody to see all that nasty.
Okay, let me do a roll. Let me do a little make.
Let me spray all that carbon off of there real quick. Well, it looks bad when all that carbon's coming out of there. There you go.
Do you want to twist it?
Oh, nice. So this gentleman welded on his harmonic balancer to his crank, and it snapped. It was MIG welded. Didn't get any penetration. We're gonna go ahead and weld it up with some 309 stainless wire, TIG weld it, and hope for the best. Trying to weld to a hardened crank isn't the easiest thing. So, how you doing? What's that?
That guy is good?
Yep, it's good to go. I don't want to spray it all the way in there, but we're gonna clean her down.
Everything ran $500 in the bill. Motor was free, transmission training for the actual paid $300 for the bill.
Don't try this at home projects that happen on Raceweek. We're welding a dampener to the crank. They did this previously before they came with a MIG welder, and it obviously broke. You're talking a hardened crank, machine cast crank, not meant to be welded on, not like this anyway. Normally we would like to have it preheated and welded up with a high nickel rod, which we're using a 309L stainless rod. We're welding, like I said, we're welding this dampener to the crank. I'm gonna have them bump it over. Look at the amount of stick out I'm running with this cup. You can only do that shit with an EDGE welding cup. That's like 2.5 inches of stick out. And it's still flowing, it's still giving me coverage. All right, let's bump it. Yo, bandito. Let's bump it. Let's bump it one more. Yeah, pull that off. Right there. Yep.
Hold on for a sec. All right, it's killed. Go for it.
Yep.
It's full of Don't worry about it. I want to pull that. I've been doing it the whole time. You're going to piss that off.
Right there. Right there. Perfect. That's crazy. All right. No, we're good. Try and get a picture in there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That one was tricky. That was tricky. Getting the stick out. That's the hard part. So we've got an aluminum AFR cylinder head that, unfortunately, it blew the side out of it. Took a chunk of the hoop out. So we're gonna go ahead and build this up with a 40-43 filler rod. And then these guys are gonna be able to, they found a machine shop that's gonna machine it down in the morning. They don't know yet if they'll be able to machine in the top fuel hoop or not, the receiver groove, but we're gonna get it all fixed up for them so that the machinist can do his magic. Let my torch cool down a little bit. Not running a water-cooled torch in the field, so, but we're building up this AFR head. Gentleman torched it. Just, you can see where the boost pressure has nowhere to go besides out the side of the head. And this happens a lot of times if you lose a fuel injector. This cylinder will go lean, and it'll just blow it right out. So we're getting it all built up, get it machined out tomorrow, and it'll be good as new. All right, so we finished up this build up. Like I said, we went ahead and used a 40-43 filler rod. Got it all built up. You always want to start from the lowest point and work your way up. This thing lives its life in oil and coolant and all that good stuff. So we did want to make sure it was really clean, and after you make your first couple passes, you might have to stop and wire wheel it again, clean it up. Like I said, this driven brake clean works amazing. I know everybody's going to be like, oh no, brake clean, chlorine gas. It's bullshit. It's all non-chlorinated nowadays. Anyway, check them out and check us out. Raceweek 2.0 2024.